So Hayley Williams finally spoke up about Paramore like being AFK for the past however long. Like check out their Instagram. Their Instagram last time they posted. So this was 35 weeks ago. Right? This is the Paramore like official Instagram. Well, we'll give it a little bit of love even though they don't need it. This was December 30th, 2024. After that, we got one July 25th. But that is a massive gap between like fucking literal like last day of the year to then July to then another post in July. But like for the most part, right, they have been AFK. Their Twitter doesn't even have anything at all. Oh wait, I lied. What the fuck? Are they not active on Twitter? 2012? What the fuck? 2013? Jesus Christ. Imagine having 5.1 million followers with literal, like on a account you don't do shit on. This is insane. I don't blame them. Twitter's ass. Yeah, it's a fucking cesspool. Maybe they were early on with the cesspool shit. Last time they did a tour, they did one concert this year in 2025. They did 53 shows last year. 2023, it's 75 shows. Before that, 28, right? But like, if we look at the amount of shows they do, it kind of looks like they kind of take it easy, right? Like, obviously, in the early years, they went nuts. But, like, the past few years, 2024, 2023, 75, 53, that's, like, a decent amount, right? The year before, they took it a little easy. 2 years, they went ham. The year before, they took it easy. That's, like, their thing, right? It looks like they go ham for a few years, take it easy. Go ham for a few years, take it easy. So, this is just, like, a regular thing they do. Last time they dropped an album, 2023 with This Is Why. I haven't checked this album out if I'm being honest. But this was the last time they dropped an album. They did I guess like an expanded version of the album or something, a deluxe version or whatever. But like the point of what the point I'm trying to make is they're just like not active right now. And after looking at like the concert history, it's kind of like it shouldn't be too surprising. But Hayley Williams actually came out in an interview and mentioned like, yeah, we're on a not a hiatus, more so a break. Their pop music is actually pretty good. No, I'm sure it is. Paramore, they're talented. I really love Still Into You. I know it's like a basic song, but I think that's like one of their best songs. I know they're legends in the scene with like Riot and like, bro, Riot is such a good album. Such a good album, but like Still Into You is so fucking nice. Still Into You makes me dance like a girl. Yeah, same. I'd be throwing ass to that song. But anyway, Hayley Williams did drop an album recently that's literally like an hour long. It's like a fuck ton of songs. Just like, you need a fucking 100-wheeler or whatever the fuck to be able to transport these fucking songs. It's so many songs. It's like an hour-long album, which we listened to, and it was great. But it's like, where is the time? Where do you find the time to write 2,000 songs, right? And it's because Paramore's literally on break. So everything just like makes sense. We don't have to read this entire fucking article. We'll just read like this little bit here. That's where I feel like I get to my service. Williams continues. We're going to create this space so that people can show up and hopefully feel the same thing I have from this project. This is where I'm understood. This is where I can scream, cry, and dance. I guess that's no different than a Paramore show. So then the interviewer asks, so I have to ask, what's going on with Paramore then? Hayley replies, do we ever know where we're at? She laughs. We always take huge breaks in order for us to what the fuck what is that word? In order for us to what the fuck? I've never seen this word in my life. How do you say this shit? Metabolize. Okay, I lied. I do know that word. We always take huge breaks in order for us to metabolize shit that we go through as people. It takes the amount of time it takes between albums. But Williams can confirm that the band are on break rather than broken up. There are no better musicians in the world than Zach and Taylor, she says. There are no better performers than the touring musicians affectionately known as the Paramore. It's just magic, man, says Williams. I feel like such a vindication in knowing that nobody can discount Paramore, she continues. But it's also really important for me to strengthen other muscles and these parts of myself that I deflated because I was scared that people were going to notice me too much. It took 20 years, but it seems Hayley Williams has warmed to the idea of being a solo star. This album could do nothing, or it could eclipse things I've done in the past. Either way, I now have the freedom to be myself in my own right, she smiles. And that's so exciting. That's cute. So basically, Hayley Williams is saying like, yeah, Paramore's on break, and I'm excited to be doing solo shit because I feel like I could do whatever the fuck I want. I don't feel like restricted or like restrained in any way, shape, or form. Versus like, I'm sure being in a band like Paramore, like while they did go towards this pop direction, I feel like there's like a specific standard they have to kind of set, if that makes sense. Like there's an expectation that people have. I don't know if like maybe in like the way they sound, like they people hate like when things are different. Like people hate experimenting, it feels. So maybe that's what she means. I'm not entirely sure. But she is doing great with this recent album release, and it seems excuse me. It seems like it's like more than just like an album for her. It's like kind of like another chapter. And being open to becoming a solo artist, I think, is the move. Just so she can like she said, flex some different muscles that she may have been wanting to flex. It's just, aren't they signed by Fueled by Ramen, or were at some point? Let me see. Yeah, Fueled by Ramen. Fueled by Ramen has this reputation of breaking up bands. So this is not they are not beating the breaking up bands allegations with this one. We should normalize artists experimenting. Yeah, the thing is like when an artist or band experiments, what typically goes down is like, I was just talking about this with my girl too. When a band or artist, they drop an album and the album is heat and everyone loves it, right? It's tough because it's like, all right, what's the next move? Do we do something different, right? But then we lose followers while we're doing something different because people love the other album and they probably want us to sound more like that. But like, we want to experiment. We want to like broaden our sound, right? Or do they make something that sounds similar and then lose followers for being too similar, right? So I think like when a band sets this extremely high bar and does like you know, the sophomore album or whatever it is, like the next album, I think they have to find that fine line of like shit that the audience is used to, while also like having some songs that are different, that are like dipping their toes into different waters to kind of ease the audience into like different styles, and it doesn't become so surprising or like a big shock when they decide to do some sort of genre shift, if that's in the cards. You know what I mean? I always thought the public can be too demanding. 100%. Like fans are so entitled. If they're like, I love Homesick by Day to Remember. I love that album so much, right? Big ass album or whatever the fuck it's called, big old album. I don't like it all that much. But the thing is, like, I'm happy that they're doing shit that I think they want to do, because at the end of the day, Homesick will always be there. Homesick is not going anywhere, and it's always going to be in my playlist, and like whether it's Spotify or whatever the fuck else, right? I always have access to that album, so it's like whatever.